Hi class, how are you today? Okay. The learning target for today is to change equations into slope-intercept form and graph them. You're 3 if you can graph linear equations in any form. So that means they can be in any form, but you're able to turn them into slope-intercept form and then graph them. You're a 2 if you can graph linear equations if it's already in slope-intercept form. You're a 1 if you can graph linear equations in slope-intercept form, but you have to use a table. You're not able to use the y-intercept and the slope. And you're a 0 if you cannot graph linear equations in slope-intercept form using table or any method. Alright, let's get started.
Alright, so in this problem, we have 2x minus 3y equals negative 15. So to solve for slope-intercept form, to put it in the slope-intercept form, remember it needs to look like this. It needs to say y equals mx plus b. So to get it in the form y equals mx plus b, we need to solve for y. So we need to get y by itself. Now, this can be a bit confusing because we've got two variables here. But it's actually not all that bad. So let's try it out. First, just like any problem, we have to undo what is happening to the y, and we have to undo the addition or subtraction first. So we look over here and we've got 2x. So we need to get rid of that 2x. So we need to bring the x over here. And in order to do that, it's a positive 2x, so we need to subtract 2x from both sides. So minus 2x minus 2x. So on the left side, the 2x is canceled to leave negative 3y. And on the right side, we like to put x first, so put the minus 2x. And then the minus 15. Then, what is happening to y? It's being multiplied by negative 3. So now we need to divide both sides by negative 3. The problem here is if you divide something by negative 3, you need to divide everything by negative 3. So we divide negative 2x by 3 and negative 15 by negative 3. So what happens is on the right, or on the left, y is still y. On the right, notice negative divided by a negative is a positive. So it's going to be a positive, and then we say what's in front of x? 2 over 3. So 2/3 x. Make that a little neater. 2/3 x. Then over here, again, that minus still works as a negative, so negative divided by a negative is a positive. And 15 divided by 3 is 5. So we've got y equals 2/3 x plus 5. Then we graph it. So remember, first we plot the y-intercept, which is 5. Then we go up 2 and over 3, because up 2 over 3. So up 2 and to the right 3, and plot a point right there. Then connect the points with a line, making sure to put arrows on, and we have our line. So that's how you do this. You have it's already in a different form, so you need to bring the x to the other side. You need to divide by what's multiplying y, everything by that number, and then graph it. Y-intercept, then slope. Alright, let's do one more example. Alright, so here's another problem. We've got negative x plus 2y equals 6. So we need to start off by taking this negative x here and bring it to the other side. It's a negative x, so we need to add x to both sides. So plus x plus x. So on the left side, the x's cancel to leave 2y, and it's positive 2y because there was a plus there. And then that equals, and like I said, put the x first and then the number. So plus x means you just throw an x there. And then it's a positive 6, so plus 6. Now we've got 2y, so we need to divide both sides by 2 because it's being multiplied. So y is being multiplied by 2, so we divide. Divide by 2. That means we have to divide everything by 2, the x and the 6. So on the left side, the 2's cancel to leave just y. Now, in order to put this in slope-intercept form, you can't say just x over 2. You have to have a number in front of x. It can be a fraction, but it has to be a number. So what number do we say is in front of x when there's nothing there? Well, 1. Now, x is being divided by 2, so that means that number in front of x is being divided by 2. So, divided by 2. That means the number in front of x is 1/2. So now we put the x, and then plus 6 divided by 2 is 3. So plus 3. So y equals 1/2 x plus 3, and then we graph it. So we start with our y-intercept of 3. And then go up 1 over 2, so up 1 over 2 to the right. Plot a point right there, and connect them. Making sure you make a line that has arrows. Remember, those arrows show that the line goes on forever in both directions. So, we have one part left that I mentioned in class, but before I get to that, if you would like a refresher again on how to graph, we did a couple graphs here, but if you still want a refresher, go back to my graphing linear equations video. Alright, so like I mentioned in class, or at least I should have, I'm doing this video before we have class, so hopefully I remember. I should. Anyway, so as I mentioned in class, the sponge activity, I'm going to at least try to start doing these at the end of the videos and see how it works. And so I'll put a few problems on, or maybe even just one, like today. And if you get all the problems on the sponge activity right, you will get a bonus point on the next test. Please make sure to put this in your submission of your homework, and this counts as part of your homework. So you have to at least attempt the problem to get full credit on your homework. But if you get it right, you'll get a bonus point on the next test as well. So you at least have to attempt this problem to get full credit on your homework. So I suggest going back and re-watching the video if you still have problems with it. So, in this sponge activity, I want you to change the following equation into slope-intercept form and graph it. So do exactly what I just did in the last two examples, just with this problem. So I'll do this for a few videos and we'll see how it goes. So do this problem to get credit for it, and if you get it right, you'll get a bonus point on the next test. please make sure that I know that this is the sponge activity and what your answer is. Circle your answers so I can see it when you submit it to eBackpack. So, that's the end of the video. Please make sure to take notes on the entire section, including attempting this problem. And once again, right now, take a picture of your notes, after you finish this problem, of course, and submit it to eBackpack. Please don't wait until class. Have a good night.